As y'all know, I'm one of those people who's very transparent with y'all. The last few weeks, I have been in this place with God where it's just kind of been, well, I wouldn't even say the last few weeks. I'm always somewhere with God that's a little different than everyone. Well, I wouldn't say different than everyone else. Me and God has a very unique connection. Everyone has a very unique connection with God. Let me say that. And a lot of YouTubers will get on here and they'll be like, oh, I'm not going to be in my gown. I'm not going to be in my bonnet. All of those things on here because God told me not to. Okay, well, God told me something different. God told me to show this side of me because it's going to let people know that sometimes this is where God says, like, He has me showing every side of me on social media. And He told me this from the beginning. And I got in trouble with God for not doing what He told me to do. I'm going to be honest about that. And I don't know why I'm making this video right now. Yeah, I do know. I'm going to be honest. Because someone that I'm looking at says it all the time. Like, I'm always going to make sure my hair is done. I'm not going to be in my bonnet. Y'all, if God hasn't said anything to you yet, God will. And I look at that differently because God speaks to all of His children differently, right? So some of us, He's definitely saying that. And I say this all the time to people. I never say that God is not saying something to someone because He speaks to all of His children differently. He handles all of us differently, right? So, and He has all of us showing up for Him differently. The crowd that He has me speaking to is totally different from some other crowd of other children that He has someone else speaking to. For me, He has raw and uncut. You never know what side of me you're going to get. And right now, it is probably 9 o'clock. And He has me at a stage right now where I'm not looking at the clock. I'm not talking on the phone. I'm not watching TV. I'm not really on YouTube unless He tells me to pick it up. I'm reading the Bible every now and then. I'm reading certain books. But for the most part, I'm praying and sitting in silence. That's where I'm at. And He's giving me dreams, and I'm not looking at the strong coordinates. I'm not Googling anything and He gives me dreams and parables, y'all. And the dreams that He's given me in parables now, usually I would do research. I would do all of these things like search on YouTube and search on Google and look up, I barely would do scriptures because I couldn't understand it because I was new to it. And now God has me solely sitting with Him and looking up scriptures. That's the way that He has me doing it lately, just so I understand and dive deeper into it with Him. So I had been debating on, okay, so maybe I shouldn't be like in my rawness, like in my bonnet and, in my gown or just in my house clothes. Maybe I don't need to do videos anymore where to get ready with me like I've been doing. And God was tugging on me, like really like nudging me. And He just took me back. And y'all know I get emotional when I start thinking about how I allow people to get in my head about what He has told me. And He keeps telling me not to do that. But He just took me back to when I was taking my videos literally down because one of the reverends from my church was telling me I wasn't saying it right. And God was like, He got on to me about that. Like, I'm telling you to say it the way I want you to say it. Stop taking those videos down. So I'm laying here. And the reason I'm laying down is because this is where God has me at. He's telling me to rest in Him. And he's been telling me to rest in him because and I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like they say, when you're fasting, your face needs to be clean. But God is telling me to say all this right now, so I'm going to say it. I'm on a 3-day fast. And he's been telling me to rest in him while I'm fasting. But yet I've been up doing stuff. And he's saying, no, rest in me. You're feeling so tired, like you want to sleep, because I'm telling you to be still, know that I am God, and rest in me. And you're still up doing things. You're literally thinking of things that you can do. And I am. That's what I have been doing. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to take my hair down. I'm going to redo my hair. I'm going to do this and do. And yesterday, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all exactly what I did. I took my hair down. Was it yesterday or the day before? I took my hair down the day before. And I was like, okay, I'm about to do my hair. And it was just like, why do I not want to do my hair? And then when I'm about to do my hair, I realized the company didn't send me the amount of hair that they were supposed to. I got frustrated with that. And then I pulled the mirror out, the 3-way mirror that I was about to use. It wasn't right. Got frustrated with that. And then I'm just like, I really don't even feel like doing my hair. Why do I not feel like doing my hair? And God said, because I told you, I didn't tell you to do your hair. I didn't tell you to do your hair. You don't even know what I want you to do with your hair. You're doing this because you want to do it. Because I tell everybody God is the CEO of my life, so I make no moves without him. Like I do my hair the way that he tells me to. I do my nails when he tells me to. I do everything when he tells me to. So then when I heard that in my head about my hair, I was like, oh yeah, let me sit down. Let me be still. So I said, I prayed. I did my daily prayer because I have a whole prayer that I just pray every day when I have no words. It's a prayer that I just have scripted that I'll just say that touches on everything that I know that I need. I did that, which in my fast that I'm doing right now, I do that at least once a day. I do that, but I've been praying. I've been meeting with God every 3 hours, y'all, intentionally. Every 3 hours. I have my alarm clock set to every 3 hours, even waking up through the night, every 3 hours. To pray or either meet with God every 3 hours. These last couple of months, baby, has been intense for me. When I say I haven't been playing, I haven't been playing. I've been doing communion by myself, one of the fastings I was doing when I did the 25-day fast recently. Did communion 3 times a day by myself. Prayed 3 times a day. It started out with that. Baby, God ain't playing with me over here. And when I say I've been getting nothing but revelations, so that's why I'm saying don't listen to everything that everybody say. And I'm not saying that God is not giving. God speaks to all of us differently, but God telling me to come to y'all like this. Like I was somebody who would never walk outside my house with a bonnet on. I'm not the bonnet chick. You heard me? I'm not the bonnet female. I'm not y'all know me, bed always made up. People don't come to my house and my bed not made. That's me. I ain't to walk around in a gown all day. My kids know that. We not walking around in gowns all day. We not doing that. We putting on clothes. House clothes. We putting in our house clothes going to be regular clothes that you will wear outside, but you looking presentable. That is me. So me doing this is nobody but God, because God, I'm reaching a certain type of people. So we have to be obedient to God and not always listen at what man has to say. Because God, that's why I say it's so important to have a relationship with God, y'all. It is so important to have that relationship with God. So important to have that relationship with God. And I didn't even think I was going to be doing any content today at all. I did not. I promise y'all I did not. Because God literally said, rest in me. Rest in me. And I'm resting in him. And when anytime God has me fasting, I'm finna tell y'all this, and I know this is God. He tells me my meals that I'm eating. He even tell me the meals my daughter's eating. Go buy her this. And I knew it was coming because he had started preparing me. Like what I was going to do. Like what she was going to eat. Like had me asking her, like, what could you eat every day? Non-stop. But I didn't know. And then I went back and I thought about it. I was like, that's why he had me ask baby girl that. And she told me. And then I'm like, okay, that's what I can get her. Because normally when I fast, he has me rest too. And the reason he has me rest, y'all, so y'all have to pay attention to your relationship with God. The reason he has me rest when I fast is because I'm the type of person that's going to go, 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 go. That's me. I'm going to go. I'm going to cook every day. I'm going to clean. I'm going to be out and about doing what I got to do. I'm going to always be doing something for somebody. Like my nonprofit right now is back to school. So that's what I have been doing for the last few days. Getting stuff for back to school. Getting stuff for the kids. And going out getting stuff for people to fill up the backpacks and doing stuff. Like I had just been being nonstop. Doing all of the stuff. Like I had just been really doing stuff for the community, doing stuff around my house, like getting school ready, getting back to school ready for my daughter, for my son that's not in my house. Like just I've been doing a lot of stuff. So when God said rest in me, yeah, I will sit down every now and then, but he was like, when I think through the night last night, no, you need to really rest in me. I'm for real. I'm not playing with you. Sit down somewhere. Not sit down, lay down. You get in that bed and you rest in me. I'm not playing with you. Rest in me. And I'm laying here and I'm literally resting him. I'm resting in him. I got up, did what I had to do, and he already know I got to make her see it. That's why my ankle was hurting, y'all. And y'all gonna start seeing it. Y'all probably gonna start seeing it. Y'all that's been with me since the beginning. Nope, she ain't feeling good. God about to make her rest. He about to speak to her. He's sitting her down somewhere. That's why my ankle was hurting. Because he telling me to rest, which he had been telling me, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. And I'm thinking I'm being still because I ain't making the moves that I think I ain't supposed to be making. But no, I'm not being still. I'm still around this house. And y'all gonna see all the stuff that I don't change. Y'all really can't see it now because of the way the camera is. But I don't made so many changes around here because I wasn't being still. He was telling me the strategies, the moves that I needed to be making. And like he's been telling me, just because I'm giving you the strategies, don't mean you need to make them right now, right then. Sometimes jot it down so you know what I need you to do, and you can do it at a later time. Y'all, I don't pest control the house. Like when I tell y'all I've been doing it, I've been doing everything that he been telling me, from business ventures he been telling me, from pest control in the house, from moving furniture, like everything that he's been giving me, and that's been my problem. So y'all, when God say be still and know that I am God, sometimes he gives us stuff and we don't have to do it right then and there. That's another thing that comes with building a relationship. But we need to be very intentional about building our relationship with God. And people that's I think people that is content creators, and we can influence people drastically, people in ministry, all of those type of people, we have to be very careful with our choice of words, because God speaks to all of his children differently. If you are a mother or a father, please listen at me right now. Listen at me carefully. If you are a mother or a father, and that doesn't mean you have to birth children to be a mother or father, because kids can be given to you. God can give you children without being a mother or father. You have to treat each and every one of them differently. Like I can't talk to Leisha the way I talk to Shakira. I can't talk to Shakira the way I talk to Renee. I can't talk to Renee the way I talk to my sunshine. I have to talk to every one of them differently. And God does the same thing with us. Kay can do things that Leisha can't. Leisha can do things that Renee can't. Renee can do things that D can't. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that we're not telling people, we're not just saying just because God told us not to do something, the next person can't do it. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not somebody who walks around. I've never been somebody that walked around with a bunny on my head every day. So God ain't never had to get on to me about that. Never. Because I ain't never did it. I've never done it. So now he might tell me, yep, record that video with your bunny on, because it was something that I didn't want to do. Because it ain't, I don't want people to see me like this. So he would say, record with that bunny on. And I struggled with that in the beginning. Now I'm not struggling with it because God say you're beautiful regardless. And y'all can see I'm somebody who don't wear lashes. I don't. You ain't gonna never see me with lashes, even on my good days when when y'all say, oh, you look so pretty today. I don't have lashes on. I'm not a lashes chick. So I've never been that girl. So we have to be very careful with our choice of words. I'm never going to say, God didn't tell you that you couldn't wear your bunny while you record. I'm never going to say, God didn't tell you that, I don't know, but I'm never going to tell somebody what God didn't tell them, because he speaks to each and every one of us differently. Now, does God tell me to have do each and every one of my videos with a bunny on? No, it's been several times God has told me to literally get up, put on my mascara, do the whole 9 yards just for me to go in the kitchen and cook. And I get up and I do it. Okay. You want me to put on mascara and put on some lip gloss just to go in there and put some sloppy joes together? God, okay, we're going to do that tonight. We're going to do that. You know, but I'm saying all this to say we just have to be very careful with our word choices. And it's not to, you know, get on to anybody or be rude to anybody, but I just think we have to be very careful. And I try to do that too. That's why I say God speaks to each and every one of us totally different. He uses each and every one of us totally different. Like I have my daughter who does content. Mostly all of her content, she has a bonnet on her head. I don't say anything to her about that, because there's some people who's literally in their darkest place, and that's the only way that they can show up. They have no other way to show up. And if that's the only way you can show up in that time, in that season, it's like that, show up that way. If the only way that you can show up is crying, and that's the only way you can show up, cry, baby. Cry, let it out. It's okay. It's okay. Come as you are, as you feel it. You know, if you walk through them church doors and you don't have a beautiful dress to wear to church, wear those jeans to church, sister. Wear them. You don't have to go in a skirt. But if you feel God nudging on you and saying, walk through those church doors, you walk through those church doors in those jeans. Brother, if all you have is basketball shorts, but you feel like you need to go to church, you go to church with them basketball shorts on, if that's all you have. Because that's what a lot of people feel like. I'm not ready to go just yet. I'm not ready to go. I ain't ready to give because I got to get right for Christ first. No. God is going to help you get there. You don't have to be right to get to him. And that's where we messing up at. That's where we messing up at. We have to stop doing that. The people that's already, because we ain't perfect. And we have to stop putting on this facade like it's a certain way we have to come. We have to stop doing it, because that's why a lot of them are in their heads saying, oh, no, I ain't ready to start yet because I got to get my life right. Let's let them be who they are. Just let them be where they at. And just let them know it's okay for them to be right where they at. It's okay. It's okay. Because I was right where I was at. Still cussing. Still getting out of my car when people made me mad. still at work acting a fool. I was right where I was at when I sat on that couch and I said, God, help me. Help me. I was right where I was at. I was nowhere where I'm at now. But I was right where I needed to be. So it don't have to be pretty and all made up. It's right where you at, baby. And we have to let them know it's okay. God speaks to all of his children different. We all his little babies. And he loves us all. Loves us all the same, just got a different relationship with all of us. What's that? Don't be coming to my room telling me what Daddy told you when he was in your room. He said something different to me. I love you. But most importantly, God does. And remember to allow him to be the navigation of your life. He will not steer you wrong. Y'all have a great day. That's the message. Dreamer. He also gives me visions during the day. Like, God gives me all of that. Like, and I did say that on one of my last videos too, when God was speaking to me, I think last week, that I'm going to start speaking proudly and boldly about my gifts. Like, he speaks to me through songs, when I'm writing, like I can be through nature. He speaks to me like dreams, like I said, music, like I can just be sitting there. I can be watching a movie and he'll speak to me about stuff. YouTube, if I'm watching YouTube. So literally anything. So my alarm went off for me to pray. But God will speak to me through anything. Absolutely anything or anyone. I can be on the phone talking to someone and God can speak to me through them. So that's basically what I'm saying. Like, God will speak to me through absolutely anyone. I wanted to put that in there because I just said God just speaks to me through dreams. But no, anything. I never know when God is going to speak to me. I never know when God is going to use me. And he's leveling me up. I can see that in one of the ladies that I actually listened to on YouTube when I did my one-on-one with her. She told me that recently. And I was like, oh, okay. And I kind of just blew past it. But it's actually happening. I'm leveling up now. I can definitely see it. So, yeah, I wanted to just add that in here.